In the bustling corridors of modern leadership, where the cacophony of deadlines, targets, and bottom lines often drowns out softer tones, empathy emerges, guiding leaders to a more humane and effective form of governance. This article explores the invaluable role of empathy in leadership, illustrating how combining the heart's compassion with the mind's wisdom cultivates an environment ripe for growth, innovation, and genuine human connection. Firstly, let's demystify empathy. Often relegated to the realm of soft skills, empathy in leadership is anything but soft. It's the hard currency in the economy of human interactions. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. In leadership, it translates to a leader's capacity to perceive the emotions of team members, understand their perspectives, and respond appropriately. Imagine a symphony conductor, baton in hand, intuitively aligning with each musician's tempo and style. Similarly, an empathetic leader harmonizes with their team. They listen actively, not just to respond but to understand, a skill as rare as a quiet day in the office. This listening extends beyond words. It encompasses body language, tone, and emotional undercurrents. Empathy in leadership is not just about feeling warm and fuzzy. Its effects are tangible. When leaders practice empathy, they foster trust and respect. This emotional safety net encourages risk-taking and honest communication, essential ingredients for innovation and problem-solving. Teams led by empathetic leaders often display higher engagement, reduced turnover, and increased loyalty. It's like having a superglue that keeps the team together, even when things get sticky. Empathetic leaders make informed decisions. By understanding the diverse viewpoints and emotional landscapes of their team, they can anticipate reactions and mitigate conflicts. This does not mean they run a democracy where every decision is by consensus. Rather, they are like savvy chess players, thinking several moves ahead, considering the emotional and human implications of their decisions. Leading with empathy doesn't equate to being a pushover. It's about balancing understanding with the assertiveness needed to drive results. Empathetic leaders are adept at navigating this tightrope. They set clear expectations and boundaries while being open to feedback and personal connections. It's like being a parent who loves their child but doesn't shy away from setting bedtime. So, how does one cultivate this coveted skill? It begins with self-awareness, understanding one's own emotions and triggers. From this foundation of self-knowledge, one can better understand others. It's like knowing your dance moves before stepping onto the dance floor. Regular feedback, active listening exercises, and empathy training are practical tools in this journey. In an increasingly automated world, the human touch provided by empathetic leadership becomes more valuable. It's the secret sauce that robots can't replicate, at least not yet. As we march into a future where AI and machines take on more roles, leaders who can connect, understand, and inspire on a human level will be the ones leading the charge. In conclusion, empathy in leadership is not just a nice-to-have, it's a must-have. It's the golden thread that weaves through the fabric of effective leadership, creating resilient, motivated, and cohesive teams. Leaders who master this art are not just leaders of businesses. They are leaders of hearts and minds. And in a world that often prioritizes profit over people, this heart and mind approach is not just refreshing, it's revolutionary. As we wrap up our exploration into the vital role of empathy in leadership, it's clear that this is more than just a leadership style. It's a leadership imperative. The journey towards becoming an empathetic leader is both challenging and rewarding, promising to transform not just workplaces, but the very fabric of our professional interactions. In a world that often feels dominated by numbers and targets, empathy stands out as a beacon of humanity, reminding us that at the heart of every business are people, each with their own stories, struggles, and aspirations. Leaders who embrace empathy do not just lead teams. They cultivate communities, nurture growth, and inspire loyalty. As we continue to delve into the nuances of emotional intelligence and its impact on leadership and personal development, I invite you to join this ongoing conversation. If you found resonance in the ideas shared here, If you're curious about how emotional intelligence can revolutionize your professional and personal life, or if you simply enjoy a blend of insightful analysis with a touch of humor, then don't hesitate to subscribe. By subscribing, you'll gain access to a treasure trove of content that explores the many facets of emotional intelligence in the professional sphere. You'll be the first to receive new articles, in-depth analyses, and practical tips to enhance your leadership skills and emotional intelligence. So, take this step towards enriching your leadership journey. Subscribe now, and let's continue to explore the fascinating world of emotional intelligence together, where every article promises to be a blend of enlightenment, engagement, and, of course, a little bit of humor. Welcome to the journey!